Did you know that roughly 2.4 billion people around the world lack access to basic sanitation facilities? This staggering number represents a significant portion of the global population living without the basic dignity of a clean and safe place to relieve themselves. That's more people than the populations of the United States, China, and Russia combined. Imagine entire nations living without proper toilets or sanitation systems. It's a global crisis, and today we're diving headfirst into the muck to expose the top 10 dirtiest countries in the world. These are places where the lack of sanitation has reached critical levels, affecting millions of lives daily. This list isn't about shaming countries. It's about shining a light on a serious issue that often gets ignored. By bringing attention to these problems, we hope to inspire change and encourage global efforts to improve sanitation. Access to proper sanitation is a fundamental human right, and frankly, we're failing miserably on that front. The consequences of this failure are dire, leading to disease, environmental degradation, and a lower quality of life. Coming in at a depressing number 2 on our list is a country many associate more with call centers and delicious curry than, well, literal piles of human waste. India. This juxtaposition highlights the stark contrast between India's economic growth and its sanitation challenges. Despite being a rapidly growing economic powerhouse, India still struggles mightily with open defecation. This practice poses severe health risks and undermines the country's progress. No one wants to see a country known for its vibrant colors and Bollywood dance numbers covered in other things. The beauty of India's culture and traditions is marred by the sanitation crisis. Let's dive deeper into this issue. We will explore the root causes, the impact on communities, and the efforts being made to address this critical problem. Stay tuned as we uncover the reality behind the statistics. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Country A. You might be thinking, Country A? I once had a delightful insert positive anecdote about Country A. How bad could it be? Well, it's worse. Country A suffers from a perfect storm of sanitation woes, lack of access to clean water, inadequate sewage systems, poverty, and political instability. Imagine, if you will, children playing in streets filled with sewage, families sharing communal outhouses. It's enough to make you want to hold your nose and run in the opposite direction. But don't worry, we'll be back after a brief word from our sponsors. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, India, the land of spices, spirituality, and sadly, staggering amounts of human excrement. This is a country where the beauty of its culture and heritage is often overshadowed by the harsh realities of its sanitation issues. India faces a sanitation crisis of epic proportions, affecting both urban and rural areas alike. A staggering percentage of the population still defecates in the open, turning fields, rivers, and even sidewalks into impromptu toilets. This practice is not just a rural issue, it permeates urban environments as well. For many in India, poverty and lack of access to basic sanitation facilities leave them with no other option. The lack of infrastructure is a glaring issue that needs immediate attention. This widespread practice has devastating effects on public health, particularly for women and girls. They face increased risks of disease and personal safety concerns. But it's not all doom and gloom. The government has launched ambitious programs like the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan or Clean India Mission, aiming to eradicate open defecation and improve sanitation. Every toilet built, every mind changed, is a step in the right direction. These efforts are slowly but surely making a difference, bringing hope for a cleaner, healthier future for all. Coming in at number 8 on our list is Country B, a nation that might surprise you. Country B was once poised to be a shining example of progress and development. But while Country B was busy building skyscrapers, they overlooked sanitation. Country B's sanitation woes stem from rapid urbanization, lack of investment in infrastructure, and corruption. As a result, Country B finds itself grappling with high rates of waterborne diseases and overflowing landfills. It's a stark reminder that progress isn't always linear. Sometimes, even the most promising nations can stumble, and when they do, it can get pretty messy. But hey, at least they're not Country C. Am I right? At number 7, we have Country C, a nation where the phrase, "I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole," takes on a whole new meaning. Country C has the unfortunate distinction of being home to some of the most polluted cities in the world. Lack of waste management infrastructure, rapid industrialization, and poverty contribute to widespread respiratory problems and contaminated water sources. It's enough to make you want to invest in a hazmat suit and a lifetime supply of hand sanitizer. But hey, at least they're not Country D, right? At number 6, we have Country D, a nation known for its stunning natural beauty and rich cultural heritage. Despite its many charms, Country D faces a chronic lack of adequate sewage treatment facilities. A significant portion of the country's wastewater ends up being discharged directly into the environment. Waterborne diseases and damage to marine life are rampant. But hey, at least they're not Country E, right? Coming in at number 5 is Country E. In Country E, the concept of a functioning toilet is often treated more like a luxury than a basic human right. Toilets might or might not flush, might or might not have toilet paper, and might or might not be home to large insects. This lack of basic sanitation has dire consequences for the people of Country E. High rates of preventable diseases and impact on education trap people in poverty. But hey, at least they're not Country F, right? At number 4, we have Country F, a nation that's no stranger to challenges. Country F is a country under construction, literally. New buildings are springing up, but they haven't quite mastered building a functioning sanitation system. Imagine a country where the streets are often used as impromptu toilets, and the air is thick with the stench of human waste. It's enough to make you want to invest in a hazmat suit and a lifetime supply of hand sanitizer. But hey, at least they're not Country G, right? Coming in at number 3 is Country G, a nation often touted as a model for developing countries. Despite its booming economy and vibrant culture, Country G still struggles with sanitation. In many rural parts of Country G, open defecation is still the norm. The result? The air is thick with the stench of human waste, and the water is often contaminated. The threat of diseases like cholera and typhoid looms large. It's enough to make you want to invest in a hazmat suit and a lifetime supply of hand sanitizer. But hey, at least they're not Country H, right? Coming in at number 2 is Country H, a nation where the term sanitation crisis doesn't even begin to cover it. In Country H, the concept of a functioning toilet is often treated more like a mythical legend than a basic human right. This lack of basic sanitation has dire consequences for the people of Country H. It's a vicious cycle that traps people in poverty and undermines their chances of a healthy and fulfilling life. But hey, at least they're not Country 1, right? Speaking of which, let's move on to our final contestant on the Global Sanitation Hit Parade. And now for the grand prize winner of our less than coveted Golden Toilet Brush Award by Country 1. In Country 1, the concept of sanitation isn't just neglected, it's practically non-existent. Open defecation is as common as a morning cup of coffee, and sewage flows freely through the streets. The reasons for this catastrophic sanitation failure are complex and multifaceted. It's a humanitarian crisis of epic proportions, and one that deserves our attention, our empathy, and most importantly, our action. Let's work together to create a world where everyone, everywhere, has access to a toilet that actually flushes. So there you have it, the top 10 dirtiest countries in the world. It's a stark reality that we cannot ignore any longer. It's a sobering reminder that millions of people around the world are still denied the basic human dignity of a clean and safe place to, well, you know. This affects their health, their opportunities, and their overall quality of life. What can I, a single person watching this video, possibly do to make a difference? It might seem overwhelming, but every small action counts. Don't underestimate the power of awareness. Educating yourself and others is the first step towards change. Talk about it, share this video, and let's shine a light on this often ignored issue. Use your voice to advocate for better sanitation and hygiene practices. Access to clean water, sanitation, and hygiene is not a luxury. It's a fundamental human right. Everyone deserves to live in a clean and healthy environment. So, go forth, spread the word, and let's work together to create a world where everyone, everywhere, has access to a toilet that actually flushes. Your efforts can inspire others to join the cause, and in the meantime, wash your hands. It's a simple yet powerful act that can prevent the spread of diseases.